Last year was a difficult year for cryptocurrency investors and the industry everywhere, but it was especially grim for exchanges in India. So how does one major player plan to survive 2023? India has been pretty harsh in its stand on cryptocurrency, and not surprisingly, investors have been turned off. Over the course of 2022, the government in India slapped a 30% flat tax on crypto income in April, followed by a 1% tax deducted at source, or TDS, on asset transfers in July. It applies to all transactions over 10,000 Indian rupees. How much is that, you may wonder? That's roughly $120. As if that wasn't enough, no provision is given to offset losses against gains anywhere else. Meanwhile, the country has still not clarified the legal status of digital assets. So what's next for India? Well, Forkast diving into its crystal ball, or at least someone with some serious perspective here on India. We sat down with Rajagopal Menon, vice president of WazirX, who said, unsurprisingly, crypto exchanges in the country are still reeling.
It's been a year to forget, actually, for the entire industry. A lot of companies would be in a bad shape entering into 2023 because of 2022. For any exchange to make money, volumes have to be there. Exchanges make money only on commissions. For most of India's biggest exchanges, volumes are at an all-time low now. So we are operating, 90% of our volumes have gone because of the new tax regulations.
Aside from the heavy taxes, crypto investors in India were also affected by the events that rocked the industry globally. The crypto winter, failures of big firms such as Terra Luna, 3AC, and FTX, and the contagion, it continues. Menon says local exchanges are bracing for the worst.
It's going to be, a test for survival for most of these companies, for the entire industry, as it were. So, luckily we had a good year, before that. So, most of us have reserves, the others are funded. But the smaller players are going to be very badly affected, because if there are no volumes, there is no money to be made. And we might see a lot of companies going under because of that. So the entire ecosystem is still reeling under the impact of 2022. So things could get tough before they get better.
Survival is indeed a big concern for many crypto firms, and survival mode is what India's largest crypto exchange by trading volume is now in.
What we've done is a bunch of things. One is there was a painful restructuring that happened. We are managing our costs, micromanaging every single element of our costs. So cost optimization has happened in a big way. We've gone back and spoken to all our partners whom we work with closely and have renegotiated a lot of deals, so that the focus of all companies, including WazirX, is just to survive at this point of time. So yes, we are looking at, we've come down to the bare minimum costs that we can run on. And in terms of staffing, also it's skeletal staffing. That's how we are optimizing trying to wring every single extra bit out of our existing resources at this point of time.
Tens of thousands of jobs in the crypto space have been cut over the last year. According to Visual Capitalist, an average of over 20,000 were lost in the tech space every month from May to September. And that number surged to almost 60,000 in November, when the likes of Meta, Amazon, and Twitter slashed their headcounts. Indian workers were not spared the chop.
Could be between 40 to 50%, as high as that. Most companies have gone through a painful restructuring, and it's happened silently for most of them. Almost all of them have stopped hiring, unless there are key hires that have to be made. We are in a pause state at this point of time, Pradipta, because we can't afford to take any big calls till everything stabilizes. We are waiting and watching, and if things improve, then things could improve on the employment front as well.
But a new year brings new hope and new opportunity. India recently assumed the G20 presidency. Now, it's a position which can drive cooperation and coordination amongst countries, and that may include crypto regulation. So Menon remains optimistic.
Our government understands, crypto is here to stay. And PM Modi and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji have always been saying that you need a concerted global action. I think this is what will help, because we can actually draw the agenda or set the agenda for global regulation, and that's what everybody wants, right? Governments over the world want to regulate crypto. What we are asking for is transparent regulation. So I think 2023 is going to see a lot of action in the regulation front. One, because India is the president of the G20, and two is because of this FTX fiasco, because governments will have to be seen as doing something about it. So regulation is inevitable and it will happen. And I think 2023, you'll see a lot of action on that front.
Got to remain optimistic. It's all about resilience. All right, that is it from us. Like and subscribe to this video. And for more content, please do that. Let us know your thoughts on what's happening in the comments. And it was great spending some time with you today. I'm Angie Lau, Editor-in-Chief, Forkast. Until the next time.